It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Hey,
we're
Max,
back.
we are just such a perfect match as
We
podcast
are.
hosts. We could podcast in a dumpster. You know, people would love it.
We could, but we're such perfect matches. I could potentially see us working outside of the podcast.
Yeah, we would stay in contact.
Potentially,
We
which
would
makes us
potentially
perfect
stay in contact.
matches.
Yeah.
You are my perfect match, potentially, that we are perfect matches.
Yes, we'll
Yes.
send an email here and there. Yeah.
And we will stay together just like I'm sure everybody on the show did.
Yes. Everyone is happily ever after, especially Mike and Kaz, I'm sure.
It was like the end of a Shakespearean comedy. Everybody got married in the end. A big group wedding.
They should force them to do that.
Yeah, why don't we have a mass wedding? Well, is that kind of what Love is Blind is? A mass wedding?
It kind of is. But in this case, they have to get married.
You have to get married.
You don't get a choice.
Nick Lachey is an ordained minister, and he marries all of you.
Yeah, exactly. I think he is an ordained. Well, he's said that many times, right?
Probably.
In the Love is Blind reunions, I think he said that.
Yes. Well, I would just like to say, I would like to dedicate this episode to my perfect match because today is me and Maria's 10-year anniversary.
Woohoo!
Isn't that amazing?
Listener Maria and Max's 10-year anniversary.
No, girlfriend Maria's 10-year anniversary.
So you need to specify.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
Got any big plans? Are you going to Thailand?
Yeah, we're going to Thailand.
Oh, it's wonderful.
That's what we're doing. And we're going to paint each other in paint and roll all over a canvas.
That's fun. You're going to give her a little mustache?
Yeah, that really looks like a good time. I don't want to cover myself in paint. You know how long it will take to wash it off?
Yeah. Well, it's permanent, I hope.
Christine
still looks like that.
We'll try to get them on the podcast and they'll be covered in paint.
Max, where would we go for a prize vacation? Asks listener Maria.
Probably clearly the center of the earth, right?
Yes, the core.
The core.
Yeah, we actually have mentioned that on a previous.
Yeah, so the core, and we would podcast.
If you can go anywhere, then you ask to go to the core.
You got to go to the core.
And then they say, "Well, we can't do that." And you said anywhere. You said anywhere.
It's in the contract. Get us there, Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like if you'll throw all this money to make these terrible shows like The Three Body Problem, you gotta give us money to get us to the core.
Gotta get us to that core.
Please.
And then we'll post the cute little photos and you can put it at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Come on.
Be so good. Well, should we? They really dropped a feature film here for the finale.
Yes.
Was it necessary?
I would have rather it been Shrek if there's any feature film.
Yeah. I kind of felt like it was weird that we went from this big mixer to switch things up. And then we had like a normal board at the end and then just went back to dates. Like it kind of felt
like we went back to square one. Like, oh, we're back to the original episodes again.
I know. It's like, I think you should have just like ended after the big mixer or done something different. Like,
do you think there was just some movie magic happening there? Do you think there was some editing around Trevor specifically, maybe?
That's an interesting theory, but I don't think so.
Because I thought at one point we saw photos of Trevor and Jess on a date, but I could be wrong.
Did we?
I thought we did. I thought that was a part of our Patreon at one point when we went through our social media.
I feel like there was. I don't think so. I don't remember that.
Maybe it was a guy who looked like Trevor. I don't know.
I think there was just the stuff about Jess is potentially with somebody with a beard, and it turned out being Ariel.
But I don't. That might have just
Yeah.
been our speculation that it was Trevor.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It just was such a weird structural thing. Like, why are we going back to like these dates? I mean, it's funny because strategically they really fucked themselves up by putting
Oh, yeah.
Christine on that date with Nigel.
Very funny.
And then
Hilarious ending.
they lost a
honestly.
date to anywhere in the world. They didn't win Perfect Match.
Yeah. Terrible.
Terrible.
And Dom's just sitting back, watching the whole thing, loving it, right?
Yeah.
Just having a grand old time.
Dressed as Elvira, doing the whole thing up. Jessica and Harry start off this episode, and he claims that he didn't say that he wanted to put a baby in Melinda because that would be totally inappropriate.
100%.
He's never said anything inappropriate before, so that's not something that he would say to Melinda. He would never do that.
He's not
He's He's a chimney sweep, okay? They dap dance and play with penguins. They help out magical nannies. They do not say things like, I want to put a baby in ya, mate.
They clean that chimney for the space seal. When the space seal comes down in the chimney and delivers his gifts once a year.
On Christmas morning.
My Christmas seal.
And on Boxing Day. I heard that the space seal killed Guy Fawkes and burned him alive.
I got my seal. I got my penguins. I'm all set. It's a Christmas miracle.
Gloria in the chat asks, what are your thoughts on Jessica? Do y'all think she's genuine?
Have we not made it clear throughout this entire season?
One word answer, no.
I think she's genuine about wanting to be with someone with a very large salary and a very high follower count. I think she's very sincere about that.
We're actually going to really get into this as we break down the things that she says.
Yes.
She says her husband would never put her in a situation like this and asks him if telling her that he loved her this morning was a Hail Mary. Well, obviously, yes, it was. The timing really lines up.
Yeah. See, so she knows.
No,
she's saying it out loud.
Yeah, but all she see, in cartoons when like the dollar signs appear in their eyes, like that's what happens. So she can't see beyond the dollar signs.
Yes,
and that's all she wants to see.
Yes, she's just picturing that room of gold in the Scrooge McDuck room.
Yeah, she wants to be Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, she's got the diving board ready. She's ready to jump in.
She says she isn't questioning his characters or his feelings, but says he wants to be a certain person right now, but isn't, and she won't settle. Okay, why don't you question his character or his feelings, though? Why not?
I think it deserves a little questioning. Maybe one or two questions at least.
Or just don't question and be like, you have bad characters and your feelings are fucked up. Why don't you just assess things the way they are, Jessica?
There is a little 10-year-old girl at home, okay? And you need to be thinking about that, too.
No, he's a really good person. Harry Styles, he's an amazing person. He's just evil, but he's amazing. So she says... He
wouldn't have that many followers if he wasn't amazing, okay?
Yeah. He says, so she says they won't match. They hug it out. He says, I love you loads. Was that like a sex pun, do you think, when he said I love you?
I mean, he's the guy that says that.
He's Mr. Cream Pie.
Mr.
That would be his
Mr. Splunk.
Yeah, Mr. Spunk. And he says, I'm sorry. He leaves the villa. Jessica cries and says, maybe I was naive. Huh. Maybe.
Maybe.
Or did you know exactly what you were doing?
I don't know. She always says all the time, she's like, I just don't know why I can't find a good guy. Like, well, I think maybe you should adjust your criteria a little bit. The whole makes $100,000 a year thing might not be the best priority. I don't know. But
I don't think $100,000 a year is her floor.
Probably not. No.
I don't
Not in
even
this-
think
Not
that.
in this economy.
I don't even think in this economy that's unreasonable. I don't think
mean, it is shallow though. I mean,
it
like,
is shallow.
You're basically saying I wouldn't date a teacher,
Yeah, that's
no
true.
matter how nice of a person they are.
That's true. That's very true. Especially when she can make so much money through influencing.
Yes.
But that was the most genuine thing she ever said when she said I dated somebody just because they're wealthy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was.
So that was the only time I ever thought she was genuine. So, you know.
Yes. Yes.
But you know, she pulls a deepty here. I'm not sure if you caught this.
I'm choosing me.
Oh my god!
She got
her deepty moment. Yes.
Yay.
She did it. This was so powerful.
Queen. And then it was weird. It was weird when Harry was like, I've got reservations at Nobu after this. So it's
Yeah.
I was like, okay, what are we doing?
Yeah, and he threw a party. It was whole thing was actually that was very on par with it for him. That made
Yeah.
sense. We get Izzy and Micah in bed, and Izzy gets this great situation where he just gets to listen to Micah complain about Kaz and Christine hooking up. You know, I think
Yeah.
that's better than hooking up with Micah. You just get to like listen to her complain about other people hooking up.
What a dream.
Yeah, just get to be drunk and listen to somebody yap.
It's like the good parts of Titanic, right?
Yes.
One of the bad parts. What was he doing? Did you see like when he was like rubbing her face?
Yeah,
And
he-
he's like,
it's
I'm
okay.
massaging
honey.
your face. This is good. You have a good night. I liked when he drunkenly blew the kiss into the camera too.
Yeah.
The do not disturb sign on. I'm here for drunk Izzy. If we could just have drunk Izzy on
Yeah.
the show, that'd be great.
She went into Mean Girl moment again, though. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Loser.
Oh, she had to pull out the loser again.
They see us as a massive competition, most compatible in there. Everybody,
Losers. Mardi Gras.
Wow.
Wow.
She just loves calling people losers. Mean Girl Micah. Has she changed? Has she?
Is she still an unfit mother?
I want to see her burn book for this season. I want to see it. Is this podcast a burn book?
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little. It's a burn pod.
We own it.
Yes. Yes. please.
I like the next morning when Micah is still complaining and he's like, can we just like win the fucking challenge? Can we just like do anything else besides I'm hungover now. This is
Yeah.
so we get to this final compatibility challenge. It's a sing with the planks and the answering the questions. Not a lot of things here that really stood out. I think it really gets
There's
interesting.
a lot of STIs floating around in the house, I think. Just not, you know.
That's when things get interesting. We get to how many people your partner slept with. Okay, Brighton says 100 plus. I don't believe it.
That could be 10,000. He says 100 plus. We don't know.
Yeah. I think he's in the 10,000. No, I don't think Brighton's hit 100 based on his age and just his total demeanor. I'm not feeling 100 plus from him. I gotta say,
It all happened on Squid Game. There
Yeah.
were how many contestants on Squid Game?
I don't know. Like, are you does your gut tell you that he slept with more than 100 people? By the way, no slut shaming here. I just feel like
No.
I feel like it's less.
But yes, I think
If you were playing
don't
the
know.
game and you were guessing honestly, how many people would you guess that Brayden has slept with in a range of numbers? I would say between 1 and 50.
I don't know. I don't even like thinking about it.
I
but
would think 20 to 50.
I could assume that he slept with 100. I could.
How old is Brighton? That's what I
I
need
mean,
to know.
women seem to be attracted to him despite his very ugly personality. So I don't know.
Okay, no, he's 21 years old. He wouldn't have the time. Like it's a time thing. It's a time thing. Like how that's a lot.
It is a lot. Yeah.
See, it's like Chris and Izzy are a little bit older. It makes sense that, the count would be there. Brighton, I don't believe that's a lot.
Yeah.
And also,
It certainly seems like something Brighton would lie about.
exactly, he would say 100 plus. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying he
This
couldn't
is
get
why we
there.
need to bring back lie detectors onto reality TV. I don't understand why they're not around.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't think he's there yet for how young he is.
Reality TV peaked with Maury Povich, and we're
Yes.
still looking back at the glory days.
Now, Chris says he slept between 50 and 100 people, and when he was on Dated and Related, he said 85. So he has slowed down his rate, I think,
Yeah.
of people he's sleeping with. I'm not as impressed with him as I once was. You know, I think he's really slowed down his ways. He's retired from, as he said, hoeing. You know, he didn't say hoeing, but you know,
He's looking for his perfect match.
he's looking for his perfect match. You know, I think this is a good sign for Tolu that
Yes.
this could really work. Yes.
Good for them.
Yes. Izzy says he slept with. I love how everyone says they slept with 100 plus
100
people.
plus people.
Everyone's like, yeah. I'm like, why would you admit this?
Those Globe Life Christmas parties, man. They're
This isn't
crazy.
usually something that that people want. I don't think that prospective partners want to know this. I don't
No,
you
not
should-
at all.
I think you can be honest. I think if you're going to say you've had sex with a lot of people, you should not say 100 plus.
Yes.
I think 50 to 100 is what you should top out at saying.
But what if it's like at one big orgy? Then what do we think?
Then you should be then it's
Because
okay.
at an orgy, it's fine. Like I feel like it's different.
Yes.
Right? You know, everyone's probably getting tested before they go to the orgy party.
Yeah.
It's all good. you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, look, I'm sex positive. You're with somebody else, but I just think on a show like this, I just don't.
Where you're
like-
trying to meet your love of your life, your perfect match forever.
Yeah, I don't think you should be saying you've had sex with 100 people. I don't think everybody needs to share their number. I don't think it's a good idea.
Honesty.
Honesty. Yeah,
It's
I
so
just don't.
important.
Yeah. Izzy, I think I believe it. He had the lost and found drawer. I'm just like, don't these people have hobbies?
Was that his or was that left over from the Airbnb lost? We don't know.
I think it. I
Because
think,
remember, we were speculating that was an Airbnb.
I think he brought it to the Airbnb
which is also nuts.
because he had to show off. Because he also needs to let people know he slept with 100 people.
Yeah.
Okay, don't these people have hobbies? Like how do they have time to sleep with all of these people? Like, do they do anything else? And also, like, do they never get in relationships? Do they just like not have like?
See, that would have been my first question is like, what's your longest relationship if you have that high of a count? You
I
know?
know. I'm just like, what?
Again, we're
just, like,
sex positive, folks. We're sex positive. Have sex with as many people as you'd like. Be safe. Be safe.
I know, but like, how do you never get like emotionally attached to people? Like, how do you cut yourself off like so much?
People are wired differently. Everybody's wired differently. You never know.
Yes.
You never know.
Yes. Yeah. Nicole points out, like, Izzy was 29 when they shot or something. But yeah. And then Steven has slept with 100 people. I guess I believe it, but he's like the romantic one.
I like this from Mystery Friends. Serious question, since we know that Brighton refers to himself in the third person, does he count on his own list? Thousands of times over.
Yes.
Hundreds of thousands.
So we do this game and Laura forgets to ring the bell. Oh no.
no.
You know, this could have been the reason that they lost.
That probably was. Yeah.
Because Tolu and Chris don't know how to play the fucking board.
No. They played a bad board.
They
They're
played
always
bad.
they're gonna go down in history as one of the worst board members ever.
I would love to play them in Monopoly because they clearly don't know board games. They do not know.
Play Settlers of Catan. We'll just
Yeah,
be like-
please.
we'll just be like rolling through their roads. You like it.
Exactly. So we get Chris and Tolu go to a beer spa. I don't want to be in beer. I don't want to do that, but I would.
No. I mean, I would too.
Yeah.
I'd do anything the producers ask me to.
Yeah.
I'm a yes man.
Chris and Tolu. Tolu's concerned about Chris's body count. I always feel like body count is so weird. I'm like, so he kills people anyway. He says, "What's your concern?" She says, "She's fucked no one," which is really. I mean, you don't want to say this either because it's really embarrassing. You know, it's like humiliating. He
Opposites
says,
attract.
I like when he says he's never cheated in his 3 serious relationships. That's an interesting qualifier, right? So he's
Yes.
so does I would have pried, right? I would have been like, so have you cheated in your non-serious relationships? And what
Does a serious relationship to him, is it just like that he makes breakfast for the lady in the next morning? Is that what a serious relationship is to him?
Yes.
Just curious.
And like, just because it's serious to you, does it mean that it's not serious to them? And like, how were people upset when you cheated on them? And how many people have you actually cheated on? I think we need to know.
I mean, yeah, make a list. A
Yeah.
video presentation, maybe.
So we get to the final boardroom. We have Nigel, Trevor, Britton, and Jessica on the board. Why isn't Harry on the board?
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Yeah. We get to the boardroom. They want to play with kindness and strategy. Well, you didn't play with any strategy. They decided to put Izzy and Micah. Izzy and Jessica on a date because they are because Micah and Izzy are in a friendship couple, and they put Izzy and Jessica together because they are both marriage-minded and from Love is Blind, and they think this could be a redemption story. Are they stupid? Why are they doing this?
This is not the first time that this has happened with. Yeah, I think even with Tolu specifically, where she's like, these two people were on Love is Blind, so they're going to get married.
I just don't understand. Like fuck up some couples. I mean, I know it's a last minute effort, but
yeah, Steven and Alara, why not do it?
Yeah, maybe they would go on like a spin the bottle date and it would mess everything up. You don't know what could happen.
Oh yeah,
maybe.
I mean, Alara gets so jealous that even sending Steven on a date with someone else would send her spiraling.
I love how they play like 7th grade kissing games. It's very,
it's cute.
It's cute. We did it when we were 12.
7 minutes in heaven.
I know. It's like, I love how that stuff's always made to seem like high school stuff, but it's really stuff that happens.
Yeah.
Well, at least when. Okay, maybe people do it in high school. I don't know. All right, back. I don't know how New Jersey
do it as adults.
I don't know how New Jersey compares to the rest of the world. So.
It's like a different country.
Yeah, it's like a different country. Everything is very accelerated.
Cats thinks it's a different country.
Yeah. Back in the house, this is where Dark Kaz arrives. We see the dark side of Kaz.
Oh my God. Yeah, no.
He's coming out.
He got a rotten dude.
Yeah.
Finale in this last episode.
I feel like we kind of see his true colors, but then I still feel like he is still like so villainized for like stuff that just like is just not that big of it. I just don't think is that big of a deal.
I chalk it up to he's just upset that he didn't get the space seal to come down.
Seal.
Yeah.
But it's just they're like, you misled these women. And I'm like, to what? To like go on a dating show for a guy that you knew for like 3 seconds who you weren't actually romantically involved with?
He respects rules of games. Flip Cup happened. He had to make out with somebody. Okay. I don't understand.
He weaponized his relationship they were all in love with him, and now they're never gonna get over it, Ben. No one will ever recover.
The way he responds to this stuff though does not help him at all.
No, it doesn't. No, I'm like torn. I'm like, yeah, he's like such a douche, but I'm like, I think everyone's gonna get over this pretty quickly, especially.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. I'm like, I don't think he's a demon.
Yeah. What was the one comment about him being
Christine said
dating the devil?
His perfect match is the devil himself. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is like usual stuff you encounter when like dating in a major city, which you all do. So I think everybody will be okay.
Or on like a reality show.
Or yeah. But even then, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is like standard We've just seen much worse on reality shows. I'm just like, I don't know if I can.
They say I'm dating the devil, love. It's not right. All I want was the seal to come down, swoop me up and take me to the moon. And now
Please.
they're saying I dated Satan.
Ari, throw me your umbrella. I gotta get out of here. Launch me to the
Dragging
moon.
me to hell,
I
mate.
gotta meet Wallace and Gromit on the moon and eat some J's. So Christine says she would be a little jealous with if Kaz was chosen to go on a date. Okay, why didn't we get Christine earlier in the house? She's fucking hilarious. This is what she's like on Too Hot to Handle. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm horny, I'm a seductress. And then the second she gets involved in something, she's like, I'm jealous and romantic. Like, it's great. Like, what is happening?
I love her. Yeah. They made a huge mistake not bringing her in earlier in the game.
Yeah. She says, Kaz says, I know all about jealousy because when I saw you kiss Nigel during Flip Cup. Christine says, that was just during a game, which is funny because that's an excuse that Kaz used. Kaz says, yeah, but you wanted to kiss him. I can see your chemistry. And this is when everybody leaves the room because it's really awkward.
Yeah.
Jones great. Everybody would have left the room, and I would have stayed and been like, continue. This is
You've
good.
been taking notes.
Yeah, I would have. Bro, that's shit that I always do in real life. I'm like, no.
Hold on, shut up for a second. I got to type this out. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on. Can you guys say that again? I missed it.
I don't have a remote to pause. Right
Yeah.
now.
Or I turn on the notes. I turn on like the phone recorder, and I just leave it and be like, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Just can you guys watch my phone? Christine says, if I went and kissed Nigel while you were standing there, that would be disrespectful. And Kaz says, why don't we just kiss people on our dates? It's cool. Christine's clearly like doesn't seem cool with this though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very I think Kaz shoots himself in the foot here a little bit.
A little bit. Yep. He's gonna have to go to plan B.
Yeah, I know.
Which was plan A at one point.
Yeah. I don't think he was ever that into Christine though.
I think he liked how much she was going after him. That's what I think he liked.
Yes.
He may not have liked her as much as he liked the idea of how passionately she was going after him.
Yes.
That's what I think he enjoyed.
But then even like he seemed to like she really had to like pressure him into matching with her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he was like really, I think, maybe gonna leave. And then she was like, you're gonna match with me? You're gonna match? You're gonna match? You're gonna match? Do it. Do it.
She played the game hard.
She did play the game.
And that's
hard.
why she got the votes to win the $1 million.
Yeah, she did. She strategically won. So we go back to the boardroom, and Tolu wants Micah to find a better love story. So they put Micah next to Nigel, and they're like, no, let's fuck with Kaz. So they match up Christine with Nigel, which I don't know why they did this. Because, of course, Christine and Nigel are going to be the least hated people. Come on.
And they already have a previous connection, too. So they have something to build off of going into this.
But it's mainly just that they're going to be the least hated people.
Yes.
And everybody else hates everybody.
Yes.
Although I don't know why everybody had such a grudge against Steven and Alara. I don't get why Steven and Alara like were maligned. Like I feel like we were missing something.
Maybe. It seemed Xanthi especially seemed to not think they were genuine.
Maybe they were calling her out for like having a boyfriend back home or something.
Could be.
Yeah, it's been theorized that Xanthi has a boyfriend back home. We discuss all of this and other stuff on our Perfect Match bonus show, Match Center, at patreon.com/reality alert. That's patreon.com/reality alert. We're going to have one final Match Center next week. You should come check it out. It's only $5 a month to get access to all of our other bonus content. You support the podcast. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff coming out after this, especially with Harry and Jessica. Harry's been like reposting like gossip stuff about Jessica now, and we're gonna dig into. We get like all of the tea, gossip, stuff like that. We break it down, we make jokes. It's really fun.
Yeah,
you should definitely come join us. So,
are we gonna go over some of Jess's Funko Pop reels. Is that what we're gonna
Is
do?
she a Funko Pop reels?
Yeah, she made some with Autumn.
Oh, we're definitely gonna do that. I didn't know you were such a fan. Do you get updates? Do you turn on notifications for, Jazz?
No, this is our job, Max. We have to,
I hope you turned. I
we have to look at all these stupid Instagram.
No, you turn
things.
notifications. You want to.
Yep, for all Jess related things. Such a wonderful life I have.
You're preferring for the day in the future, years from now. One day you'll be a father, and you
That's right.
can
Make a
can do
Funko Pop.
daddy influencing and do Funko Pop. So Izzy and Jessica go on a date, and Izzy says he wants his co-pilot by his side. Why not co-captain on the Titanic?
Titanic. I know, right?
I
They can go
know.
download the ship together.
Yeah.
So what are they doing here? It looks like they said aerial yoga. Or was it aerial transphobia? I get that mixed because the show seems to mix that up a lot.
Yeah, the show doesn't really know with
Yoga
the edit.
or
it kinda-
transphobia? I
kind
can't
of the whole
remember.
Brighton thing. I don't really know.
Yeah,
It's confusing.
aerial transphobia. Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Probably. Well,
Okay.
Izzy does say it's not a bad view to have on a date. He'll tell you that.
Because the butts. in
Oh,
there.
the butts. Oh, I thought it was like the mountains.
Yeah.
Oh, the butts.
It was the butts, I think.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yep,
I like when he sweat all over her. That was funny.
that's hot. See,
That was hot. Yeah.
drink it up.
Yeah. She said she wasn't into it, but he sweat over her super respectfully.
Yeah.
And she
He had
liked
I
it.
think he had a dripping freckle. Right?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
She asked to see his bank account though, and then she saw all of his debt, and she was like, "I'm gonna have to leave at some point and make up an excuse. I'm already over Harry, but this is disgusting. This debt, no way.
This is like a
No way.
Titanic's worth amount of debt.
Yeah, it's disgusting."
But he's really going up in the ranks at Globe Life.
Yes.
He's a level 7 Xenu. Come on.
Christine and Nigel. Christine says she's tired of chasing men and is ready to go on a date and sit back. Which is funny because she's going on a date with Nigel, who's always like, I just like to sit back and let the women come to me.
Yeah.
I was hoping they both would get there and do one of those job interviews where you see who's going to talk first. And they would just like,
And then they
Like-
just listen to the sound bath the whole time.
yeah, they would play fire truck. See who's going to talk first. Yeah, they do sounding, right? This is called sounding.
Sound bathing. Yeah. Sound baths.
It's not
Yeah.
called sounding. Should we
Yeah, I
look up
don't know.
Wikipedia what sounding is?
I don't know. Sure.
Don't do that.
What is it? I don't know. I really don't know what it
Oh,
is.
it's when you take I'm pretty sure it's when you take a vibrating rod and you stick it up your penis. So don't look it up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you would know this.
Let me Google it right now.
You're going to look up sounding.
And then I'll stream it live on the
Yeah.
show.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
YouTube likes that, right?
Is that what sounding is? Can you confirm?
I can check. Let me see.
Oh, I thought you were doing it.
Sounding rod. I think did we correct me if okay, yeah, I think that is-
Have we talked about this before?
No, yeah, we did. We talked about it with what's his face on Ultimatum. The guy who was a freak. Yes, Nicole says the Ultimatum season 2. Remember, he was the guy. James, was that his name?
Was that James? He was in the couple, and then like during the reunion, they were like they're all freaks.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
was in
like,
just.
we find out that he's a fucking.
Oh, and he was like, I don't want my
he- he-
grandma to know. He doesn't want to know that my grandma is into
Yeah.
sounding.
What a legend! My God, that guy was
Uh,
great.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that you knew about it at the time, and you're like, oh, I knew what sounding was. I guess maybe you
I don't
forgot.
I don't know. I've probably forgot.
You know what sounding is. You love it. We all
I-
love it.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I love sticking rods up my dick.
Sounding right now. Didn't you know?
This is such an educated show. Predicting people's sex numbers are right, based on their age and douche level.
Oh, that's right.
Uh,
He did have the mystery friend says he had the A+ ass.
James,
remember?
he had an A+
Yes.
ass.
I remember that. Yeah, he had a big old butt.
Nice.
He would have been great on Aerial Yoga.
Why is Ultimatum so good? It's like so bad to watch, but
Yeah.
so funny to talk about.
Yeah. Until they come on Perfect Match, and then they have 0 lines.
I know it's not fair.
Between Zay and Jake, it's been pretty rough for Ultimatum.
Yeah.
On Perfect Match.
Well, it's because those people want to get like married on the spot and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Nigel says chivalry isn't dead with him, and that people are so used to single Nigel, they don't know what relationship Nigel could be like. What is up with people on the show talking in the third person? Is it just like they're so used to confessionals and stuff that they just like don't know how to speak
That could be.
properly?
That's legitimately a good guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's like an ego thing too. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and we know based on social media that Christine likes traditional men. She's into trad men. So
Trafficking trads.
yeah, trafficking trad. So this will be good. She says that Nigel and Kaz are in a tie right now, though, as of this date.
Wow.
But little does she know what Kaz is up to,
Dirty dog.
because Kaz and dude, he is fucking
Maybe
on one right now.
maybe Kaz is the one who needed the sound bath because of how dirty of a dog he is.
Yeah, he needed some sounding.
Die! Get the fuck over here! Die!
He needs a rod up his.
Yeah.
know.
So Kaz tells us he misses Micah, and Christine being on a date has made him feel that he's made a mistake. At least he's honest.
Oh,
Kind of. He tells Micah they've had a lot of ups and downs, but they should be more patient. But he should have been more patient, and let her speak. But he got frustrated because he cares.
oh.
But he misses her. And Micah says, I get you talking to other people, but if you wanted to be with me, you would have been 100%. He then says, I am 100%. And if it's not you, then I'll walk out the door. That's it. That's the line of the season.
That's a good line.
You
Yeah.
will walk out the door.
Call his bluff. I want to see.
Yeah. So Micah and talks to Tolu, and Tolu's like, he better be willing to build it if he wants it, you know? And I'm like, you should not be getting advice from Tolu at this, juncture, because she's with fucking Chris, you know?
Mhm.
She does not have the best judgment of character, to be honest. I
No.
don't know. But, who else are you going to get advice from?
Yes,
least.
people in the chat are saying they did not like it when Micah rematched again with Kaz.
Yeah.
No bueno.
But she probably just at least wanted to have somebody to like make out with, and she's probably really not into Izzy, so
Yes.
she just wanted somebody to like make out with the rest of the time, okay?
Yeah.
So Nick Lachey returns and says, say what needs to be said, air it all out. Alara hosts a talent show. We get Tolu does this arm contortion thing, and Christine really doesn't like it.
That is disgusting. You're not human. You're an alien.
It's weird. I've seen people do this all the time. I don't think it's that weird.
She probably thinks the same thing about like people that can fold their tongues. You know?
Oh my god!
Disgusting.
You can touch your tongue to your nose?
Fucking pig.
Nicole says my theory is that he wanted a redemption arc by going back to Micah. Yeah, probably. I don't know. The guy is weird. I don't know like what his fucking deal is.
What's to be redeemed? I don't even know. He's always been sort of the same, right?
He's so all over the place. I don't even know
Yeah.
like what his fucking feelings are.
He's consistently all over the place.
Yeah, but once again, I just don't like I know people's feelings are hurt, but it's just like, yeah, it just doesn't seem like that like malicious to me. I'm just like on the meter of like the terrible things that people do. I'm just like, I don't know, he didn't tell anybody that he loved him. You know what I'm talking about? Like I'm like,
Yeah. It's I think it's the apathy that rubs these ladies the wrong way.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's good. I'm not saying it's good.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's not bad. I'm just saying
He's not dating the devil, is all we're saying.
I'm just saying like Harry's right there. You know what I'm talking about? It's like Harry is right there, but
But Harry's reading a book on self-sabotage. There's a difference, okay? Listen, Harry is always reading self-help books, Max.
It's like-
Okay?
Harry is right there. And then like Kaz is like getting all the roasting.
But Harry is growing.
You're right.
In
You're
both,
right.
Yes. In both character and follows.
Yes.
On Instagram. Okay.
Ladies chat. Jessica says she definitely connected with Izzy, but Harry sent her a really long apology letter. I'm really sorry. I want to eat your bum, get you pregnant. I love you. Here's my bank account information. Bye. My God.
To my future wife.
Yes. I love you and Autumn so much. Here's my IRA. I
remember the day when Autumn was born and I held her in my hand. And I said to myself, this is my little girl.
Christine says she feels conflicted. Micah says, that's interesting. You brought that up because Kaz told me he wants to be with me. Christine says, well, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Kaz, you sneaky, slimy boy.
It's funny she says that. She's almost like, you know, it's almost respectable how slimy he is. You know, it's pretty impressive. You know, you got to tip my hat a little bit.
That's right.
The nerve, you know, this guy, what guile he has. Wow. I didn't know he had it in him. Christine says you're playing it safe, and if this date hadn't happened, you probably wouldn't have gone back to her. It's disrespectful. You've blindsided me, Micah, Holly, and Britton. Wow. Where did Britton come from?
Yeah, how did Britton get in?
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, what is happening?
I don't know.
We saw him, I mean, like, things get edited out, but we saw him, like, talk to Britton a couple times. I'm like, that's part of the, like, you're gonna tell people that, like,
everybody's talking with each other, right?
No, Ben.
Mixers.
No.
These mixers.
He weaponized Micah into a rocket launcher and shot Britton with it.
He became an active shooter.
I just don't understand. Well,
him and the devil came in and they weaponized every person there.
It seemed like he was never sure if he wanted to be with Micah. Maybe he talked with Britton and then was like, you know, maybe I want to be with you. And then he chose Micah, and maybe Micah then, maybe Britton was like upset about it. But like, was anybody like, oh, I'm in love with Kaz now? And then like they were so hurt. It seems like they were probably, I mean, I feel like, are people just really upset that they didn't get to be on the show more?
Yes.
Correct. Like that's what I'm feeling. Like people's are butt hurt that they didn't get more camera time, and then they're turning it into this whole thing of like, you did this to us, we're so spurned. And I'm like, I'm sorry you didn't get on the show more. Like, I'm not saying what he did was right, but like it's just not that big of a fucking deal. Like,
yeah, but he is the devil.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't give those ladies the airtime they deserve.
Well, that is true. Especially with Holly.
With Christine
and Holly. I know. Holly would have been really good. She should have come on sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she thought, they all thought they were going to marry him, have long-term relationships with him based on these brief moments. And, you know, yeah.
What could have been. So sad.
Yeah. Nicole says, Melinda and Holly both claim to be blindsided that the men they went on dates with didn't leave their matches for them. Like, come on. Exactly. It's just like, it's the show. Like, it's not a thing. They're acting like it's like, come on.
Isn't Love is Blind? Come on.
I know. And like, they're from fucking Too Hot to Handle. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So that's Kaz and Christine. Kaz kind of also Kaz says the whole point of this thing is to get to know someone. I've talked to people. Kaz says, you're trying to seem like a good guy, but you're not. I think that there's some, you know, essence to that. Kaz says, I could have walked out the door, but you really wanted me to stay. And I think that's a good point too. He was, you know, seemingly trying to potentially leave. And she was like, well, match with me. You know,
yeah.
And Christine says you're just jumping back to your ex because you want to be comfortable and stay at the house, which I think is also true. So you know, there are multiple things here. You know, I'm not saying Kaz is, you know, it's blameless, but
You're just saying it was a bit of an overreaction. That's all. Calling him the devil or dating the devil. I don't
I'm
know.
just saying, like, it's just a show. Like, you weren't in a real relationship. Who cares? Sorry. Just try to get on another show. Like, you make a lot of money on Instagram. All these people, like, it's okay.
I bet Christine does get on another show. She was very entertaining with the little time she had this season.
Yeah, they'll all be fine.
Oh yeah.
Christine and Micah and Tolu. Christine just like complains, and Micah's like, "That's all valid." Christine and Nigel talk. They seem good. Then we get to Truth or Dare, and Nigel and Christine kiss, and then Elise says, "I dare us to play spin the bottle or something." And Izzy, the most mature guy, just goes, "This is, as somebody that's fucked 100 people, this is a bad idea, okay?" Which is very funny, because if I was him, I would be like, "Oh, this is a really good idea. This is very good. Let's make good
But he's
TV."
a good guy.
He is. Maybe he is.
Globe Life. He's a good guy.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn on him. Maybe he's matured, because that was a very like kind of noble thing to do, because I would be very tempted to be like,
he
all
was
right.
doing all the right things this season in Perfect.
I know.
He was.
The Steven and Alara thing was really funny, though.
Yes.
Steven grabbing the
Well,
bottle.
of course. What did you like? This is like clockwork. This was meant to happen. That Steven would grab a bottle because he wants to just play the game, and then Alara freaks out about it and starts crying.
But then he was like, "No, I don't actually want to kiss anyone." And then her being like, "Oh, I don't either, but let's play. Let's play, damn it. Play the fucking game you want to. I'll snog everybody."
Snog.
Snog. You mug. You're mugging me.
I'll dance with every last penguin here, love.
Elise and Brighton match. Steven and Alara, they make up and they match. Steven says he doesn't want to be another stereotypical dating show couple that doesn't work out. I guess we'll have to see. We know one couple is still together, but we don't know which one.
Check out patreon.com/reality alert.
We will investigate, figure it out, and talk about it next week on the podcast, only on Patreon. Izzy and Jessica. Izzy says, "You've been through some shit and you owe it to yourself to have fun. And I owe it to myself to have fun." And Jessica says, "But you've only been in friendship matches." And Izzy says, "That's fine. I'm secure. I will look after you and be a gentleman." And they match and hug. But Izzy does say, "I'm hoping we can work up to something being more than friends." Okay, Izzy. Okay. He's trying to play that long game.
Yeah.
It's not going to work out for you. It never would have worked out for you.
No. Titanic all over again.
Yeah, it's really hard to start in the friend zone and get out of it. Don't you know that? This is not going to...
Yeah. If the show was called Perfect Friends, Izzy would have won.
Yes.
He would have won the show.
Tolu and Chris match, Nigel and Christine match. Kaz and Micah, they returned to the spot where they romantically did the wife swap. Isn't that so beautiful?
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. They match because, the relationships that are the worst are the ones that are worth trying for.
Yes. Yes.
Isn't that beautiful?
Relationships should be hard. They should be like pulling teeth.
Yes.
Anyone who tells you that a relationship is easy is a liar. They're
Yes.
dating the devil if they're telling you that.
Marriage is not easy. Your deepest, darkest secrets is fucking your friend?
Come on. It's not easy. So they match. Did you like this tent that Steven set up for him and Alara?
All by himself. Bought it off Amazon and everything. Very
He
cool.
personally did it. That was amazing.
I love that.
Yeah. So did this happen?
It's crazy
Because
that Alara's never had s'mores, by the way. That's wild to me.
I guess it's an American thing.
Must be.
Yeah. It's very sad.
They sweep all those chimneys in for what? So that they can't make s'mores
I
in their
know.
fireplace?
Especially because there's a fireplace right there.
Hello.
So do you think that this tent happened because there weren't enough rooms?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
I think so, right?
Maybe.
So Steven was like, "I got a solution, production. I'll make this tent for me and Alara, this romantic
She'll
date."
think I did it.
So he pitched it. He did the whole thing. Nigel has sleep paralysis. And do you think that Kaz is the sleep paralysis demon that haunts him?
Yeah, I guess probably.
But Izzy and Jessica, Izzy has no luck in this house because Jessica is too in love with Harry, and has to leave.
That's right.
It's heartbreaking.
Poor Izzy.
Yes. Tolu and Micah say that the two least likely pairings in the house are the strongest couples. Are they talking about Tolu and Chris and Micah and Kaz are the strongest couples in the house?
I think they are, which is weird.
I don't think that's true.
This makes me question the timeline and the edit. I don't know, but maybe it's just Tolu saying weird shit.
No, I think that they're amping themselves up.
Yeah,
They're trying to be optimistic. They're manifesting.
Yeah,
because the strongest couples in the house, I would say Nigel and Christine, and Stefan and
Alara. Yeah.
Yes, but I mean, it makes sense why Tolu would. I think Tolu thinks that her and Chris are a strong couple, and then she's just being polite to Micah.
Right.
Let's get to these final dates. Ben.
I love horses. One of the things we have in common is that we like horses. I love horses. I love horses.
Yeehaw.
Pony rides.
Never gets old.
Never gets old. We got some ponies.
I thought he was going to propose right there and then. I mean, how do you not after going horseback riding?
How do you not?
We never got our proposal, by the way.
God.
They faked us out.
What was that fucking proposal?
I think it was probably Joey and Carousel last year.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yep. They faked us, man. They faked us.
That's fucked up. Oh my God. Michelle Ryder was in the Instagram chat. Did this just happen? When did this happen? Shelly Belly comedy.
Our Shelly Belly?
Wait a minute.
Oh, Michelle, it's because of the dogs, because you went in and kissed the dogs.
Michelle, if you are still in the chat, we love you. You come on the podcast sometime. Wow. Legend in the chat.
Love Shelly Belly.
Yes, I missed that. Anyway, we normally don't see people. This is a new one, though. A giant dream catcher.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yes, like a big cargo net.
You can lay in it. You can lay in it and stuff.
Yes. They think they found the perfect match. Elise and Brighton, they do some kind of ceremony. I didn't know what kind of ceremony it was.
Ayahuasca, I think.
Yeah, they were doing ayahuasca. Yeah. I feel like I was doing ayahuasca because every time I see Brighton, I want to throw up. So, yeah.
You have to purge. Yeah, every time.
They think they're going to be each other's perfect match. Did you see a trend here? Kaz and Micah, they're on a boat. He says he's going to come visit the Space Seal in Seattle. And Micah's going to make him his first pizza roll.
Yeah. I mean, they have to be done correctly, though. You could die if you don't do it correctly. It's like that rare sushi that if you eat it, you could potentially die.
Oh, yes. Or the blowfish.
Yes, the blowfish. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They think they're going to be each other's perfect match. Steven and Alara, their date sucks. They just drink wine on like some couches on a dock.
Yeah.
Really lame. Oh. But they think they think they're each other's perfect match. And they're going to try things outside the show. And he promises not to fuck his DJ groupies. He's going to try. He's going to try not to hit 200 plus. He's going to try his best.
Oh, it'll be tough.
Yes. Nigel and Christine, they use their bodies to paint a canvas. This is very Too Hot to Handle. They like do this challenge on Too Hot, not challenge. They do this activity on Too Hot to Handle like every season.
Yeah.
And these are Too Hot to Handle contestants. So
yeah. They're like, paint your butts and then put your butts on the canvas.
They literally do this. They cover each other in paint and they canoodle. to like
And then they're
build
like, look at the
intimacy.
butt. That's a hot butt on
they're
the
like,
canvas.
Don't you see how like you've opened up your emotions and sex is bad?
Yeah.
They live on the opposite side of the country, but they're each other's perfect match. Let's get to the grand finale.
Oh, by the way, our question was answered in the chat. It was a cacao ceremony.
Nice. I thought it
Not
might
ayahuasca. It was cacao.
be. Maybe it was both.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. A cacao. I prefer a horse instead of caponi. Yeah.
You do?
I love horses. I love horses.
Love
the horses.
Yeehaw.
We get to the grand finale. Harry says just looking at Jess breaks his heart because he can tell she's not pregnant with his baby.
Yeah.
So it's heartbreaking. You can't see the bump.
Yep.
It's really sad.
So sad.
Nigel and Christine clearly get the most applause when they enter. It's like so clear that they won. They don't even hide it. Like the editing. Justin just doesn't show up.
I love that. Great move. He said good night, Moon, and he left. He said good night, Joe. Good night, Nick. Good night.
Good night, Nicky Poo.
Good night, cameraman.
Good night, Nicky Poo.
Hey, Nicky Poo.
Nicky Poo, I like it. We're getting close and personal now.
Anyway, Justin leaving. You go, girl. Give us nothing. Tolu and Chris talk first. They compliment each other. Dominique says, Tolu, I love you, but look at his deception and lying. She says, Chris switched up his opinion in 1 hour, and that's the reason I went home, and I couldn't meet anyone else. And Chris just says, okay. I like Stephen cracking up. Yeah, I got to give it to Chris. That was really funny. It was hilarious.
Sometimes the best defense is just to keep your mouth shut, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like, okay. What am I going to say?
I mean, I did that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of part of the game. But I'm not going to say that. If you haven't, Tolu hasn't realized, but I'm a douchebag, so.
Yeah. But I'm glad they're going to keep in contact, Chris and Tolu. That's good.
Tolu says, you're my friend, but this is everything I've ever wanted. Yeah, you're right. He says, I like how Trevor makes a good point. It's like, it's your perfect match. You don't just say we'll keep in contact. Elise and Brighton, she says that he initially gave her fuckboy energy, so she didn't go for him. And people are like, but
response to this is
you went for Harry.
I don't think she's very self-aware, is she?
No. And then Dominique calls her out for being attracted to egotistical men.
Men who argue about yoga. Right, it's yoga. Sure.
Yeah, why do they keep bringing up... Why can't they just say that he is homophobic, transphobic? Why can't they just talk about it?
Yeah, why are they trying to hide it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it because they want to cast him again?
Maybe.
Naughty, Netflix.
Naughty.
Shame on you.
Yeah. Christine and Nigel, they say they're compatible, but then this is where Kaz brings up some toxic masculinity here. He says Christine told him she wanted an alpha, but clearly he went for the opposite. She went for a beta. Can you believe it? So lame.
I got the space seal in my corner, love. What you got?
Yeah,
huh?
I'm the alpha of all the alpha males.
You probably got a space fish.
Yeah,
I got a space seal. He eats the fish.
Yeah, the space shield's an apex predator, love. All right.
He lives on the moon. So
yeah, okay.
Eats cheese for his diet.
Shoots lasers from his eyeballs.
So stupid.
Micah and Kaz. Micah says we had trouble, but where we ended up was strong. Holly says, Kaz, you're very lucky Micah loves you, but you used other women to weaponize your relationship. Kaz says we all did the same thing. Britton says the messy part is you didn't know what you wanted, and that confused me, Holly, and Micah. evil.
What about Britain?
Well, this is Britain. This is Britain talking. She
It
said,
is Britain
"You
talking.
confused me, Holly and Micah." Christine calls Kaz the biggest scammer, and she says, "You disgust me, and Micah deserves better, and that your perfect match is the devil himself." Wow. I mean, great line though. Like she served.
yeah.
Like I love it.
It's great.
Yeah. Well, Izzy is a fan though, so yes, and they're both perfect matches. And Harry Jowsey gives the endorsement as well. So
Yes.
yeah,
I love Micah doing her callback.
yeah, that was really funny. Actually,
Really fun. I was like, Micah, you nailed it.
that was a good one.
Fun sponge, no more.
Yes,
Just fun now.
Alara and Steven, they say they're both happy, but Xanthi, the one thing we hear from her that they showed, she says it's hard to get a genuine read on Steven, and she says, I hope you enjoy it while it lasts. And she says she spoke her truth. I'm like, well, why?
I don't know. There's stuff missing from this edit.
There is. Well,
Especially with Xanthi. There's also like Xanthi just seems to Xanthi really seems to hate a lot of people.
She did not like any of the men on the season, which valid
for sure.
But everybody else seems to quite like them together.
Yeah.
Besides Xanthi that we saw.
I would love to hear from Xanthi what her issue was with Steven.
But we have heard rumors, although it is kind of coming from Chris, which he doesn't get along from Xanthi, that she had a boyfriend back home.
Yes. Take it for what it is from Chris, though. We don't know for sure.
He hinted at, we have to say he hinted at it.
Yes.
But if it's true, it's funny her saying that she can't get a genuine read.
More details on the Patreon.
Yes, patreon.com.
/reality.
Dom endorses them. The most important endorsement of them all.
Yes. The king of perfect match.
Yes. Nick asks if anybody wants to clear the air. Other people try to talk up, and he goes, "Shut the fuck up! You know what this is for.
You know we want Harry to speak.
We don't care about any of you.
Do you have as many followers as Harry? What about you? What about you? No, let the man with the followers speak.
Have you danced with the stars? Are you the stars who are danced with?" Harry says he's grateful for Jess and he's made some bad decisions and he wasn't honest. But then we get the footage.
I get you pregnant.
You mean pregnant? I'm 30. I could go for a few babies.
Can't do that. I'm trying to get Melinda pregnant. It'd be crazy. But if it's not tall and athletic, we're going to have a problem.
It's a strong man. We love a strong guy.
They're eating a big turkey.
Treacherous kiss. I wanted to just dog your face out.
Oh, yeah. I want to fuck you.
I want my climbing that
Crack
tree.
open an egg? What's going on?
I did something really bad.
What could you have possibly done?
I can't say it on camera.
What?
Did you guys get footage of me and Melinda kissing or not? I didn't mean to do it.
Wow.
I feel like I'm watching a Clint Eastwood movie. Dirty Harry over here, huh?
So they don't actually get footage of them kissing, really, right? Like I watched it a couple times and I couldn't see anything.
No.
But it's so obvious.
It's pretty obvious. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he literally says, "Did you get footage of me kissing Melinda?"
She's like, "Oh, I want to fuck you so bad.
I want to fuck you." I'll say she is very complicit.
Oh yeah,
in this.
Sure.
When she talks about it, she acts like it's something that happened to her. I don't know. It's very weird. She's like, "He's a scoundrel." I mean, he is, but you kissed him and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't in a relationship at the time, though.
No, I know.
I mean, it's on him.
Neither was Sarah Ann.
That's true. That's true.
Queen.
Oh no. Nobody clip
Queen.
that. No, nobody clip this. Please. We just like messy folks. We like messy.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm into it. I'm into it. Yeah. But yeah, this is basically everything I expected. I mean, I did see people online being like, this might be a hot take, but does anybody just completely believe Harry? And all these people are like, of course I do. Why would he lie? Melinda's a jerk.
You're saying
Are you
people on the internet were stupid?
I
I don't
know, but
believe that for
this
a
is
second.
this is really dense.
That's crazy.
You're telling me a liar was lying?
You're telling me if I go to Reddit, I'm gonna find stupid comments?
No, this was
I don't
Facebook.
believe.
This is another
Oh, that's
level.
so even dumber then.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
great. It was awesome. Back to the finale. Harry, this is great. Jessica says, it was hard not to fall hard and really fast when everything I've ever wanted was dangled right in front of me. I think she's talking about money here, right?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
Harry.
Not
I
the
think-
dripping freckle.
No, not.
Oh, okay.
I think just his money. Which I don't think she's talking, because like everything that she's ever wanted can't be anything to do with his personality, his values.
But what
anything
about
to do
his
with him.
fatherhood? Him being such a great father to Autumn.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think it's everything monetarily.
Man, think of the fun they could have had making Funko Pops together.
I know. But
Harry
he
and
says
Autumn.
this will make him a better man down the track.
I mean, he's reading all those self-help books. So
Yeah, he's reading a book on self-sabotage, and this will never happen again.
yes. Do you think he read a book? Do you think he read one of those like influencer books and it was like, tell everybody that you're reading like self-help books? Then they'll get off your ass.
I don't think he read a book.
No, but that's what I'm saying is, well, yeah, maybe. But I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. He came to the notion in his mind that if he just tells everybody that he's reading self-help books,
Yes.
and that he's growing, then people will accept it and be like, that's great. Well, I can't say anything bad then because you're working on yourself.
Exactly.
It's very manipulative.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, on his podcast, he said he doesn't read. So why would he be reading a book?
Maybe it's an audiobook.
Yes. So the winners by one vote are Christine and Nigel. But what was the final vote count? We want to see.
We want it. It
And-
had to have been Steven and Alara second, right? Had to be.
I guess I would assume so. So we see Christine and Nigel had a romantic vacation to Thailand, and then we see Harry and Jessica, and then we see that they broke up 1 week later after they submitted the video.
I like how Netflix did that. That was funny.
I love how they just like kind of like threw Harry. They were
And
just like,
Jess under the bus. I mean,
yeah, they were like, you know what? They'll keep coming on these shows no matter what. They need us more than we need them. So
I'm glad the audience was able to see that Jess went back to him even after all that.
yes,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
important.
wow.
I know.
They both have so many fans.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This was a fun season, though. You know, a quick little jaunt. I think I still enjoyed the first season more because the cast was more people that we knew and it was just goofier.
Without Harry on this season, it's not a season. It's not a show.
No,
He made the whole thing what it was.
I know, because he's wild.
Like him or hate him. I mean, he's a fun guy to hate. Like he's a good villain on the show.
I can't believe that Kaz created so much drama.
I know he was tame at first.
Yes,
Then it got crazy.
I know. But it was a very fun time. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this lovely season. We're going to be recapping The Mole the next few weeks. It comes out on Friday, but we will start recapping it early the next week after that because I'm going to be away. And then probably Too Hot to Handle after that. But we're most excited for Love Island UK coming out in August. Probably that's what we're most excited about.
Not
But
Love
definitely-
Island UK.
What?
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Sorry. There's so many things going on. There's so many reality shows. Love is Blind UK.
Yes.
Love is Blind UK.
We've also been hearing from a lot of people about Ultimatum South Africa being a fire season, so you might be able to see that coming up on Patreon soon.
Yes. We've heard that is messy as all hell. But in the meantime, the next thing we'll be doing is posting on the Patreon early next week with all the social media and what the cast is saying. We're going to be recapping that. We're going to be giving out our awards for the whole season and just going over everything else to talk about at patreon.com/reality alert, only $5 a month. And you get future episodes and past episodes like our Perfect Match Season 1 bonus content, Love is Blind Season 1 recaps, Love is Blind After the Altar, Love is Blind Brazil, Love is Blind Sweden, Circle Season 1, Epic Island Season 2, and a bunch of other really fun stuff, all included there, close to 100 individual episodes, all for $5 a month. Why wouldn't you just click it? Why not?
It's $5.
It's like a coffee at this point. Just do it.
Just
for us. Just do it.
I like the idea of just us bullying people into
Do it.
Do it.
Do it now.
This is me poking you.
Yeah, come on,
Do it.
please. Anyway, anything else, Ben?
No, that's it. What a good time. Thank you all for joining us on this journey.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have some memes up too. That'd be fun. If you go to Instagram.com/reality alert, our new meme account, Memes Are Blind, we're gonna be posting on very shortly. So that should be fun. Otherwise, we'll see everybody real soon.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
I love horses.